Global greetings, friends, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am Danelle Boyles, and I'm coming to you from the US. I like to call these little eye opener conversations our 10-minute talks as we hit key points on important topics, but in compacted conversational format that's easy to digest. A way to stimulate new learning, desire, and to expand the thinking. In our 10 minutes today, we are taking a few for some chat and expand time on finding your passion and how to discover what truly excites you. So come and join me and let's talk about it. I will be having Maya of Sesame joining me in this brief but very in depth conversation. Hello, Maya. Are you with me, Maya? Hi, how are you today? Good. It's a good day. Sorry, we keep over talking each other. I'm looking. I'm actually asking you to come and join me for a 10-minute talk on the Let's Talk About It. And the topic is finding your passion and how to discover what truly excites you. Are you great? Hmm. Aw, you're making me blush, Maya. Okay. I feel like with each individual, we are born with a particular innate need for a certain creativity or expression. And it's just a matter of unearthing and discovering what it is that makes you tick in the creative department. Mhm. Yeah. I feel like some probably don't have the fortunate opportunity of discovering what their passion is. They get lost in the scramble of life and in the hustle of just doing and being human and going about the process of um, I hate to use the term, but survival. And so when you're in survival, you don't have time to find your creative passion. Right. There is. And I like to call them maybe glimmers. It's when you interact with other people, or maybe you see something that another individual has accomplished or done, and you're like, oh, well, that's something that I would really enjoy doing. Or, well, that made me feel a certain way, or inspiration by watching and seeing it being done or experienced. So I feel like it's through a lot of times like ignition from other individuals that kind of release that spark to help someone uncover it. I do, and I feel like a lot of that has to do with soul resonance. And when we experience soul resonance, it's almost like sending out little signals of soul spark to other individuals that kind of ignites that deep buried hidden gem within an individual's human makeup. Right. I feel like it can happen with anybody, really. Hmm. Right. So, if one was wanting to, expand on their own, I feel, maybe looking for opportunities to participate in things that might interest them. Like if we're looking for how to discover what truly excites you and finding your passion, then I feel like an individual kind of needs to step out of their box, out of their comfort zone, out of their own way, and maybe try or observe other people trying new things that are new to them. And different ways that can be something as simple as watching YouTube videos of someone that is doing something that you take an interest in or that might take your interest. Maybe you have local classes that are available at, you know, sometimes art stores or museums or just individuals, artists alone. Like I host painting project classes where people can come and just experience the act of painting, even if they've never done it before. So finding those little opportunities to kind of like step out of your comfort zone is very important for individuals who are wanting to discover that passion. Right. Mhm. Yeah, I love that. Hmm. Yeah, it truly is. Mhm. No, maybe if we could just do, I mean, we do have a couple more minutes, but maybe if we can just do some examples of what individuals can do if they are looking to discover their hidden talents, like, how they can approach, expanding themselves on that level. Hmm. Right. Hmm. I find that, creating a space for yourself that is non pressured is more beneficial. Don't step so far out of your box that you put yourself into such an uncomfortable space that then you're overwhelmed or intimidated by it. Like you said, start with smaller steps, and then increase them. If you're wanting to do something artistic, maybe go buy a simple art kit if you don't want to get out and go do something and the social aspect, and then just, step into that in a very simple manner. If you're wanting to do writing or poetry or performance, perhaps find someplace local that offers, local comedians or poets to do readings. Um, and like you said, if it is with technology, then finding an introductory technology course for coding or AI. Hmm. Right. Absolutely. It truly is. Sorry, what? Yeah, fear boxes for real. You know, people fear failure. You know, and when you're entertaining the creative spark, you know, failure really isn't uh, part. I mean, you really can't fail whenever you're starting out in small steps. You know, baby steps into new processes. Right. Yeah, exploration. Hmm. Very much, yes, because it's a process. Going from being curious to being good or to being professional at it is a very vast space. So, yeah, curiosity, most definitely. Yeah, right. My advice always is to start small and simple and find the things that bring you joy. Don't go after the things that bring you stress, you know, dismay and fear. You want to make it so that it's a pleasurable process of learning and expanding. And you know, as always, I thank you for joining us, and I hope you take away some wonderful growth and expansion from our conversation today. And to remember to keep learning every day. You know, keep learning literally every day and expanding those minds, hearts, and horizons. Yeah, right. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, everyone. Namaste. Thank you, Maya. Take care, everyone. Bye.